Ladies and gentlemen, we are here at OLORISUPERGAL.com. I go by the name of Chewy Chew, and I'm here with the first of the evicted housemates for this season's Big Brother Naija lockdown. The leader of the Boss Nation, Ka3na. How you doing?
I am good. Hello, Nigeria. Hello, the Boss Nation. Ka3na first. I see all of that. Thank you.
I mean, we saw everything. How has it been since coming out? What was the first thing that hit you? What was it? How's it been like? It's been 2 days.
It's been 2 days. Coming out from the house, we have to shield. Then, after my first round of interviews, I was handed over my phone. Hey, guys. See my followers on Instagram, like, just hit me, like, hard. I was super excited because this is everything I wanted. I needed a platform to promote myself and my brand. And right now, I have it all, and I'm super grateful.
Going into the house, what was your strategy?
I really didn't have a strategy. I just had this mentality and this idea in my head that instead of showing my true personality, instead of bossing people around in the house, that I'm just going to be very subtle. I'm just going to be a nice and a sweet lady to everyone and just be friendly. But after the 2 weeks lockdown, the COVID-19 lockdown, before getting into the house, everything, all the idea and all those strategy, I don't know if it's a strategy, flew out the window. I got into the house, I was super excited. I just felt like this is home. That Big Brother's house makes you feel that way because you're not seeing anyone, but from time to time Big Brother talks to you and you know someone is actually in charge, but it's just home and nobody wants to go.
Wow. So like before getting in there, as soon as you got in there, you were reset to factory setting?
I swear. I swear, I just have to be myself. I just have to be myself. Everything you saw in Big Brother's house is who I am. I'm a very open person. I say things the way they are. If you're messing around, I'll have to straighten you up as the boss lady, you know. So, yeah, I was just myself.
Okay, now speaking of being in charge, there was a perception about you being bossy, controlling. Some people felt that way. Would you say that is a correct perception?
I would say a few people felt that way, that I was being bossy, and others as well understood. Some understood my personality, and I just feel they knew they were on national TV and they were not ready for anyone to boss them around, or like they call it, or be their mama, you know. But I was in charge of the kitchen, so if you want to eat my food, you have to do the job, you know. If I feed you, you have to do the dishes, of course. So yeah, and they didn't like that, but they loved my food. They loved my food.
So you sabi cook?
I love cooking. My food tastes great. Yeah.
So speaking of getting on your nerves, who was that one person that irritated you the most?
Kaisha. I really not irritate. She's weird. So I don't like being around people who are weird. If you actually follow the show, anytime maybe I'm in a place and she finds her way there, I'll just walk away because I don't want that. Because you talk to her, maybe you can say, excuse me, you say, Kaisha, how are you doing today? She would respond like, why are you asking me that kind of question? You know, that kind of weirdness. I'll be like, I'm just being caring here. So I don't like people like that. So I don't hate her, but I just find her weird. Every other housemate.
So you don't really see yourselves gelling outside the house?
I and Kaisha?
Yeah.
No,
okay.
Not at all.
Keeping it real?
Yeah, keeping it real. No, not Kaisha.
Now, some people, you know, obviously they get on your nerves, but did you feel like the rest of the housemates misunderstood you? Or do you think they really got you for who you are and accepted you for that?
Accepting me, I won't say they accepted me. That's why they voted me out anyway. But I know, I'm very sure they understood who I was, and they knew that I wasn't changing. I wasn't ready to have any shift at all. So everybody had to respect themselves and just stayed on their lane. That's why you see that the house was a bit calm last week, because nobody was just ready to step on Ka3na's toes. Everybody was just allow her, or they maybe I want to get upset. Someone will say the boss lady will not say they are beg easy, you know. So I was just trying to respect myself, and everybody was respecting themselves. So
nobody was willing to step on Ka3na's toes.
no.
But one person was willing to step into Ka3na's bed. Was that, you know, we saw you have a midnight conversation with Praise.
Oh, I
Was
never
that
sit tired.
Was that a one-time thing?
It's not a one-time thing because the very first night we went into the house, I and Praise cuddled. Big Brother's house is very, very cold. I went into the house with almost all the sexiest outfits that you can ever think of. But getting into that house, man.
The AC.
That very first night, like, it cold past London, I swear, for Christmas. Like, it was freezing, it was cold, like, and we had 10 guys, 10 ladies in the house. Everybody in the house has their cuddle body, you know. So the very first night, me and Praise, we slept on his bed, we cuddled, and I think we slept together like 3 times in the house. I'm coming out now and I'm seeing you and Praise had whatever they think in their head. Nothing happened. I didn't have sexual intercourse with Praise in the house. I went on my
You're
other.
categorically stating that you did not have sexual intercourse with that man.
With that guy.
Praise.
Praise, yeah.
What did you have then?
What
did you have?
we cuddled.
Just
alright?
cuddling.
We cuddled and we like smushing, like touching, you know, kiss my ears, nice, you know. No sexual intercourse, no penetration, man. You get?
If you had stayed longer in the house, do you think the quarreling would have gone, you know?
I can't say. You
can't
see, in
say.
Big Brother's house, like sometimes you forget that there is anything like camera in Big Brother's house. It's home, and nobody wants to live there. So, if at some point having feelings or being sexual or something, being emotional, is something that it's not something you plan. So if you find yourself in that position, I don't know if anyone can actually help that and all that. But I'm not saying anything, but I didn't see myself having sex with Praise in the house. Not possible.
In the house?
In the house and outside the house, because I don't do young guys. Yes, I don't have relationship with a younger guy.
You don't drink from the fountain of youth.
Next question, please.
Okay, all right. So you said going into the house, you wanted your brand, your name to be out there. Everybody, Ka3na, your brand has obviously exploded. Somebody on Twitter brought up the fact that your name may have been a factor in
my votes.
You getting votes, because I mean, they said it looked like a Wi-Fi password. Do you think that was a factor?
Like, I'm just coming out. I know a lot of people have been sending messages. Ka3na, we voted, but we got your name mixed up. But I'm still thankful. Even before I went into the house, the producers, they mentioned that, are you sure you want to take this name? I'm like, this is my company. This is my registered company name. Going into the house is all about my brand. This is the name I want to sell. And I can't spell it the other way because it's registered this way. The 3 in the middle of my name represent the 3 branches of my company: fashion, property investment, and I intend to go into production. That's the 3 branches. Yeah, so that's the reason for that 3. If I take out that 3, then there is no Ka3na.
By now, you know who voted you out.
I've not been following up the show. We've been really, really busy.
So you don't know who nominated you?
And I really don't want to know. I'm out already. Okay. There's no big deal, no hard feelings. It's a game, and definitely once you are a strong contender in a contest, your fellow housemates must vote you out. And that's what happened. I am so proud that they felt I was a strong contender and I was a threat to all of them. And I'm lucky.
So they sacked the boss lady?
They no fit sack me because no leave, no transfer.
But they've transferred you out of the house?
No. I left the Big Brother's house, not they transferring me. It's a game. It was time for me to leave the house. I was evicted by Big Brother.
So is there anything you could have done differently, you wish you would have done differently?
In the house?
back? Yeah. With the strategy and
I didn't have a strategy, like I said.
Yeah, so with your behavior
no
and anything, so no regrets.
No regrets, and looking back, I would still be me in Big Brother's house. Like I would even do more in Big Brother's house if I'm allowed to go in there. Cause right now, being in the house, I felt
more.
What?
What would the more be?
Yeah, that's what I want to explain. Being in the house, I felt Nengi was the only one that had a strategy, you know, to corner everybody on that side, so they can always pick her as deputy, or when she needs favor or something to keep her in the house.
Recognize the game.
Now, what for you? I'll be small picking. So moving on. So, but coming out now, seeing all the highlights and everything, I understand that everyone that house has a strategy. Lucy, I'm not sure if she really has a strategy, because I saw through her in the house, and I'm still seeing the same person outside the house. So I wish her all the best. But every other person in that house, I think they have a strategy.
Now from
so
studying,
if I go back into the house, I'm just going to level everybody, like give it back.
You expose everybody.
Not even expose, like play them to their own game, because I already know what they are doing in the house. You get. First will be Nengi.
Okay, so now that you're out, who are you rooting to win that 85 million?
My dear, repeating the same answer I gave you, I'm supporting all my housemates. Let the best win, but if I must choose two.
It can only be one person.
I know, but both of them have similar.
Okay, so who would that be? If you had to tell Boss Nation to back somebody, who should they put their weight behind?
Oh no, please don't involve the Boss Nation. Just I'm not.
So they shouldn't participate anymore?
No, not yet. I haven't really. No, please.
So you're going to make a proclamation down the line?
Yeah, not now.
Okay.
Yeah, not now. But between you and I, if I'm to choose someone, two people, please let me choose two people. It will be Prince and Neil.
Why?
Prince, because he's multi-talented. That guy, I don't know whether he gets someone to do that guy no fit do. He's really good at whatever he wants to do, and if he loses something, like maybe we're having a challenge or something, and maybe he's supposed to say come and he say came, like good, it hurts him really, really bad. Like he wants, whatever he wants to do, he just loves to just achieve it, and I just feel he has so much potential to give out there. So yeah, and Neil na streets on the other hand, plenty energy, plenty vibes, plenty potentials as well. That guy, in dance moves, they blow my mind. In energy, the way they talk, his loudness, like that guy in a person, I think I just hope the way we've been talking in the house, I just hope he understands that I was real when I told him you go be my G for streets, cause yeah, he's a strong guy.
Okay, now on Instagram, let's taking some questions from the fans. At the real MSN Tasu is asking, why did you try to divide the house?
Divide the house? Was there any point I tried to divide the house? I don't think there was anything like that. That wasn't my plan. Actually, I just wanted the house to understand the fact that we are housemates in Big Brother's house, and there are certain ways we are expected to live in the house by cleaning and doing what we are supposed to do as housemates. We are not supposed to wait for Big Brother to ask us to clean, or when you eat, you should know you're supposed to do the dishes. And yeah, they're supposed to also respect my personality and everything, and it would be cool. I had no intention to divide the house. Like
Susan _Torty is asking, you answered the first question, but I'll ask you again.
Yeah.
Did you ponyo praise?
I did not ponyo Prince. Babina praise, thank you.
And what's your vendetta against Nengi?
I don't have issues with Nengi. I just feel she has this crazy strategy of trying to make men understand, feels wanted, and when she really knows she's not into them. And I just feel at some point these guys have been, how will I say, these guys haven't really had like sexual intercourse for a long time, and you're making them wanted. What if something actually happened, or they touch you where they're not supposed to touch you because you are making them feel wanted? Then you will now go and cry and report to Big Brother, then these guys will get disqualified. Her strategy wasn't working for me, and it's still not working for me. Yeah.
Okay. So Daily Gaze on Twitter is asking, who do you miss more in the house, Lucy, Dora, or Ozo?
My girls. Whew. Damn, I miss Lucy.
Miss Lucy, why?
Whew. Just the way we bonded like sisters. Like I still see her the same way. I love her. Yeah. I love Dorothy as well, but Lucy and I bonded first, and there are certain things like she has done that I've actually been like, oh wow. You know, like the first time I shouted at her in the kitchen when we got there, like 2 days we got there, and instead of her to shout back because we've been talking as friends, we've been doing some things together, she went into the room to cry. You know, she didn't shout back. Then I felt bad. I went to her bedside, I knelt down, I begged her, and I promised her we would never ever have issues again in Big Brother's house. And I kept to my words, and she has been super, super amazing.
Well, you kept to your word, and you know, obviously the fans made you keep to your word, because you can't never have issues in Big Brother's house anymore since you're outside.
whatever, yeah.
Okay, at Pois4 is asking, did Dorothy tell you about her feelings for Ozo?
I am 27. Even though I'm not in love, at least I know when a woman is in love but finding it difficult to admit that fact. I knew Dorothy liked Ozo quite alright, and Ozo at the other hand, I felt he was confused. He loved the sexual and sexy body of Nengi, but loved that personality in Dorothy, you know, makes me feel like home, makes me feel like I'm with my sisters. I love her. She's homely, she's decent, she's everything, and he can't really place between the two ladies. And when he came live to say, I am attracted to Nengi and Dorothy is my friend, he scattered the table. He just scattered the table.
Mad. Well, that's what we have for now. Ka3na, thank you very much for joining us.
Let me just chill here, like I don't have energy to go on.
In Big Brother's house. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, you guys can subscribe to this channel, like, subscribe, follow us across all social media platforms. Till we get to the next interview, I go by the name of Chu. She is still Ka3na.
Hello guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Bye.